Backpacking is amazing until it's not. Wet feet, cold nights, miserable meals. I've been there. So today I've got 10 backpacking hacks I actually use to make trips way more comfortable and a lot less painful. And yes, I saved the funniest one for last. Let's do this. Hack number one, spare t shirt pillow sleeve. There is honestly nothing worse than your pillow sliding off your sleeping pad all night long, even if you try stashing it in the hood of your sleeping bag, because you're tired. And the last thing you want in the middle of the night is to wake up when your head goes clunk, falling off your pillow. So here's the hack that'll give you a good night's rest. Bring an extra t shirt. Maybe it's the one you even hiked in that day. When you go to bed, slide both your pillow and the sleeping pad inside your extra t shirt. That way, the tautness of your shirt will hold the pillow to the pad and it can't slide around all night, giving you a good night's rest. Revolutionary, right? Hack number two, dry feet at camp. We've all been there. You get to camp with wet feet because maybe you fell in a stream if you're like me, or maybe you just hiked through a lot of a wet vegetation that got your feet really sopping wet. Whatever it is, you're at camp, you have wet feet, and you didn't want to bring camp shoes because they take up so much space in your pack and weigh a lot of extra weight. Here's the trick. Before you leave home, make sure you pack two things: a pair of dry socks, so a second pair of socks, and two bread bags. So when you get to camp, you're going to take off those wet shoes, take off those wet socks. Then you're going to slip into the pair of dry socks and slide both of your feet into the bread bags. Then you can stick them back inside your wet shoes. Sure, the shoes are still wet, but you're not going to feel it. So it's going to keep you cozy, comfortable, and dry. Hack number three, consider this your instant heat source. A lot of times when you arrive to camp, it's late in the day, the sun's setting behind the mountains, whatever it is, it's chilly. And oftentimes it's really, really hard to warm back up without having to slip into your tent and get in your sleeping bag. So here's what you do. If you brought a dehydrated meal for dinner, go ahead and make dinner like you usually do. Boil the water, dump it in the bag, seal the bag. Then you're going to take that dehydrated meal bag that's really, really hot right now, and you're going to tuck it underneath your puffy jacket. Instant body warmer. And you can leave it in there for like 10, 15 minutes because that's how long it's going to take your meal to rehydrate anyway. But I have to say, pro tip, please make sure that the bag is actually sealed before you stick it inside your jacket. I had a friend do this once. He didn't check the Ziploc. It was open. And when he stuck it underneath his puffy, the whole thing exploded. So proceed with caution. Hack number four, DIY fire starters. So I'm not someone that usually has a campfire when I'm backpacking. I just don't think it's necessary. And I don't really love it for the environment with all of the wildfires that we have out here in the West. There are times when you need one. Maybe it's for warmth, maybe it's for survival. Whatever it is, here's the tip. You don't need a fancy fire starter purchased from the store. Instead, when you're at home, get some dryer lint, some cotton balls, or maybe even tampons and smear them with petroleum jelly. Not only will these light instantly, but they'll do it even if it's really, really wet outside. They're all ultralight, basically free, and yes, all of your backpacking friends are going to be super impressed when you save the night at camp. Oh, and quick aside, if you love this stuff, this is actually the sequel to my first backpacking hacks video. Watch that one after this. I'll link to it in the end. Hack number five, ditch the fancy pack covers. Sometimes packs come with pack covers designed to be pulled over the top when it rains to protect your backpack and everything inside. And that's great, but they don't always work. And if they don't come with one in your backpack, that means you have to go buy one for like $30 to $50. So instead, here's the hack. When you're at home, go get a trash bag. And before you pack, line the inside of your backpack with the garbage bag. Once that's done, you're going to pack just like usual. This way, there's literally no way that moisture can seep inside your backpack. Hack number six, bring some free deliciousness. There are pretty much two truths in this world. First, we all have random drawers in our house that are packed with free samples of salt, pepper, mayonnaise, mayo, ketchup, hot sauce, so on and so forth. Truth number two, backpacking food is not usually that delicious. Here's where you combine those two: free condiment packets. Bring a bunch of them on your backpacking trip. And when it's time for dinner, take your pick. Maybe it's ketchup, mayo. I usually go with hot sauce. Whatever it is, squeeze a little extra of this condiment into your meal, and voila. It tastes better than it would before. And it was a totally free upgrade. Hack number seven, sleep with your goods. If you're a beginner, here's a truth you may not know. Cold overnight temperatures may actually kill the battery in your cell phone or other electronics, but it can actually also destroy your water filter. And nothing is worse than waking up in the morning and not only realizing maybe your phone is dead, but also realizing you destroyed the water filter that's supposed to get you through the next couple days. So here's what you do. Before you go to bed at night, take all of your electronics and the filter from your water filter and stash them inside your sleeping bag. You'll sleep with them all night, which may feel weird, but you won't be sad about it because your body heat's going to keep them warm, which means they're sure to work the next day when you wake up. Hack number eight, the extra trash bag. Okay, I know I already said you should use a trash bag as your pack liner, and I stand by that. But I think you should bring a second trash bag with you. First of all, they're free. Second of all, they're really, really ultralight. But third of all, there are so many uses for trash bags. Not only can you use it as a pack cover, like we've talked about, but you can use it as a poncho if you forgot yours and it really starts to rain, or you can use it as like a little trash bag, or you can use it as a bag for your wet rain gear. Even if you're not in a wet environment, here's what I typically use it for. Take it out of your bag and lay it down in front of your tent like a little doormat. That way, you're not tracking dirt or mud or who knows what else in and out of your tent all night, but you didn't have to carry a whole bunch of weight to keep your tent clean. Hack number nine, the hot Nalgene. This hack's a bit old school, and I feel like it's kind of well known, but it's too good to skip. If you're someone that is always cold and especially sleeps cold like me, this one's for you. Before you go to bed, boil some water with your camp stove and pour a bunch of it into your Nalgene bottle. Screw the lid on tight and then screw it on again, even more tightly, just to be sure it doesn't leak. Once you're sure, take that Nalgene and toss it into the foot of your sleeping bag. It's going to radiate heat all night long. That's going to keep you toasty warm until morning. I know a lot of people have concerns about the water leaking, and that's fair, but that's why I want you to make sure you screw that lid on. Don't mess this up. Hack number 10, the last tip you'll ever need for wildlife. And finally, the most important hack of all: how to deal with wildlife on the trail. I am always getting questions about how I deal with bears or mountain lions or moose or any of those other scary animals that we encounter when we're out there. And here's the most important tip I can offer you: always, always hike with a slower friend. That way, if the bear or the moose attacks you, you know you can outrun your friend and be safe. There you have it. Those are 10 hacks I actually use on my backpacking trips. And if you want even more, go watch my first backpacking hacks video. Together, they're basically your backpacking cheat codes. And hey, drop your favorite hack in the comments below because I'll probably steal it for my next trip. We'll see you out there.